Chris Trump for KaijuPop.com, and this is Aqua Kitty Milk Mine Defender DX. What is it with games that are such mouthfuls at the moment? This is by Tikipod, who you probably haven't heard of because they've been doing PlayStation mobile games for the past few years, and not many people play those. But they've done good PlayStation mobile things. The first Aqua Kitty was apparently a PlayStation mobile game, and now this has been ported up to PS4 and PS Vita. I've been playing it mostly on the Vita, so you know, this is only my second time diving into the PS4 version, but cross-save, cross-buy, all that good stuff. So that's all good. Tikipod kind of make retro-styled stuff, but with a European edge, which is great. They did this game called Rock Bushes on PlayStation Mobile, which I really enjoyed because it was, hey, let's make a retro style game, but it was a retro style top-down shooter, not in an NES style, which is the cliche, but in a ZX Spectrum style, complete with 2-minute loading, optional, and you know, just splice flicker and overlap and all of that. And this kind of feels like a retro 16-bit shooter, but it feels like an Amiga game as opposed to as an SNES game or a Mega Drive game. So this I like. And we're gonna tell you what, let's dive into this level, which I'm stuck at the moment. Honestly, I played this on my commute, this stage, on my commute home, and I nearly snapped my Vita. So frustrating it was, and already this hasn't got off to a good start. Basically, whoa. Milk Mine Defender is a Defender clone, which you might have guessed from the title, but it's kind of hidden away there. I've got these 3 bases. Basically, the story is that all supplies of milk have gone, and you're a cat, so you need milk. But apparently there's milk buried in the earth for some reason, you know, buried under the ocean. And we're mining that. I think it's like the Eddie Izzard bit, you know, cats drilling for oil when they're purring. Yeah, so basically it's a Defender thing. I have these 3 mines at the bottom of the screen. The jellyfish here are the mutant equivalents, and they will, you know, they will want to pick up my cats. I've got to defend them all in the Defender style, and therefore save the mines against a bunch of waves of enemies. And you do that for a little bit, and then you're on a bus stage, which is what I'm at now, and where the difficulty spikes are where the bosses show up. As we will see, it gets kind of, as we already are seeing, it gets kind of hectic. It gets even more hectic on the Vita because there's less screen real estate, which might be why I got so frustrated as the bosses arrived here. Which might be why I got so frustrated, you know, playing it on my commute. You have power-ups available to you. There you go. There was one just there. You know, some of the things you kill drop power-ups like that. You know, like these options here, like bombs, like weapon upgrades, things like that. And you kind of want to be careful about when to pick them up. So they'll drop these things, but they'll stay on the screen for as long as you need them. You know, for as long as you like, and then you can just drop by, pick them up whenever. So there's a little bit of strategy as to, you know, now that the boss has shown up on stage is that crab thing at the bottom, and I died. You only have 1 life. Now that crab thing at the bottom has appeared, I tend to, in this stage so far, you know, I've nearly managed to get it done on the Vita, but not quite. But I've been saving all the power-ups on the stage until right at the end, or when it gets really busy, and then trying to use those to take out the boss. So that's cool. I can just leave it there. I'm going to pick up that heart so I have more energy, but apart from that, I'm just going to leave it there. So there's a little bit of tactics involved with that. There's also tactics involved with your other gun. So you have, oh shit, actually I didn't need to pick that. You have your regular pea shooter on X, which is kind of weedy. It's good for taking out the small fry, but anything that takes like 2 or 3 hits, like these Terminator fish, and certainly the bosses, it doesn't really do much against. You've also got a more powerful shot on Circle, which is that one, but you see the bar in the top left is depleting, and in this mode of the game, there's 2 modes in the game. In this mode, that kind of gun, or the amount of time you can use it, you know, you get upgrades after you beat every boss. So I want to do that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can, it's about managing your speed to an extent. Shit. Oh, shit. I'm gonna miss it. Nope, just got there in time. The boss has appeared. It's about managing your speed. You kind of, it helps to have one eye on the mini-map at the top, so that you can see when your dudes are in trouble. Because the map wraps around, and then you can go, oh, okay, right, you know, it's all about positioning and that kind of thing. In the middle here. Oh no, 2 hits, not good. And it's not ferociously difficult, actually. That's kind of my bum note about this, is that it's not, for the most part, it's not hard, and there are these massive difficulty spikes on the boss stages, which I think are just inordinately hard. Or maybe this one is inordinately hard. But yeah, there's a few other different modes and different ways of you know, the way the game approaches things, which I'll show in a second, hopefully after I beat this thing. It looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so it's just me and the boss now, and there's one kind of mutant dude, so I'm gonna kill him. And the way, it's just, this thing is an absolute bastard, because he's armored from the left and from the right, and I'm now down to one thing. So I've got to wait until his claw goes down, and then I can shoot him. But also, even though, you know, there's a fixed number of enemies in a wave, the mutants that are picking up your cats and shit, they are not fixed. They will keep on respawning. So it's every so often you're just distracted by doing this. And if you take out all the other enemies, crap. If you take up all the other enemies in the screen, you know, in the stage, he's not that tough. It's just that his area of effect is so, you know, the amount of space you have to hit him is so fucking small, unless you have the power-up that shoots straight down. But of course he's got a gun that shoots straight up, and it's just driving me insane as this stage. And too many hit points. Okay, I've got to take care of this guy over here. You know, it's a shame, because actually the rest of the stages are much sort of smoother, and they just go by a lot quicker, and they're a lot more fun. But it looks like we're making a little bit. No! God, I was making headway there, and I bumped into the fricking mutant on the way back as I was shooting. Oh my goodness, that was horrific. Crap. It's just embarrassing as much as anything. Okay. One last try on the stream to do this. I don't want to spend half an hour trying to beat this one boss. The thing is, to be fair, it is my failings most of the time. But it doesn't give you a lot of leeway, like, at all. You know, this isn't something that holds your hand much. You only have like 3 hits to play with before you die, and that's it. Oh crap, what, where? Okay. Okay. This way, this way, this way, this way. Oh no, that was it! Oh no! Just in time, jeez. To be fair, the game wouldn't be over if I just let one guy. It's only if they all get taken away that the game's over for me. But I would have less score at the end of the stage, which I don't want. And also, I would have a horrible silver medal, a horribly, you know, just humiliating silver medal at the, you know, on the level select screen, and not a nice shiny gold one. And that is why we do anything in video games, isn't it? Just get nice shiny medals. Get out the way. Okay, and again. One thing that's good is the little mules of the cats. On the Vita, sometimes that sound gets obscured when tons of stuff is happening at once. You don't hear the mew of the cat that says, hey, you're in trouble, you need to head back to base. No, bastard. Let's go back to that. But on the PS4 version, you hear it come through the controller, which is good. So there's an infinite mode, which is just, there's no cats to worry about. It's just, let's see how high of a score you can get. I'm quite good at this mode. Well, I was this morning, anyway. But it's now the evening. And skills might have dwindled since. But this is kind of a nice, you know, there's no consequence to this. It's just how high on the high score table can you get, and that's cool. You get trophies, right? I mean, I think this is probably the worst timed release any game of this sort could be, because I actually think this is really fun as a Defender clone. I almost like it in a way more than Resogun, because I kind of didn't like Resogun in the end as much as I thought I would. But this is coming out on the same day as Geometry Wars 3, which, I mean, obviously, I don't think they had much of a say on, and it must just be, you know, terribly humiliating, or not humiliating, but terribly concerning when it's like, oh, we've got this fun kind of high-speed shooter where it's like, oh, you know, we're gonna have friends leaderboards and do all that and see how far you can get, and it's a fun sort of retro style shooter, and what's coming out the same day as us? Oh dear. So I don't think this is going to get the love that it deserves, because, you know, perhaps it isn't as pretty, but it is pretty, and you know, in its understated Amiga-esque way. Of course, like, these light trails are distinctly more modern, but I mean, interestingly enough, this is according to the email blurb that I got with the review code. Okay, this renders at more than 1080p. The renders at 4K, and then it outputs at 1080p, because that's what the PS4 can do. So it is quite swank in that regard. Let's just show you the arcade mode here. So in the arcade mode, you know, as opposed to just the easy and normal thing, which is just it will save after every stage. In the arcade mode, it doesn't save, so it is purely how far can you get. But to help you along your way, you've got this power-up system, which you can see at the bottom of the screen, and so in this mode, it's got, you know, as opposed to the other mode where it was just, you know, I mean, you saw I could pick up power-ups every now and then. This has more of a Gradius style thing to it. So you saw I picked up a couple of green gems there, and it will move along down the you know, the bottom left corner of the screen there. It will cycle through what power-ups I can afford. So I can save up to buy more in the way of power-uppy goodness. So right now, if I press square, you know, I can press that at any time to cash in my power-ups, and now I've got that vertical double shot thing going on. But it's only at level 1, you know, and I can upgrade that to 2 levels, I think. per power-up, which doesn't sound like much, but believe you me, you're not going to live long enough to to get any further. So really what I should probably do is save up all the way to the top of that bar so that I can upgrade my main gun, you know, or upgrade my circle gun thing. But yeah, through that stage there. That's what a completed stage looks like. That's quite easy, isn't it? Also, that was the first stage, and then suddenly it's like, oh, you've got 2 bases, you know, and you can kind of see the pattern that it's going to follow there. So, oh, you've got 2 bases, then you've got 3, you know, and probably more and more and more and more and more. As Defender was like, more waves, more enemies, and more people that you have to protect. And just, you know, to go back to that distinctly European kind of feel to it, just the trills in the music here, you can hear in the background that this is, you know, very much not Japanese video game music, and it's very much not American video game music. That is a distinctly sort of, you know, music created by people that you know, on an Amiga that were creating music on SID chips or the or on the Spectrum's blippy blopper. This, you can see a number going up there, and in the top left corner there's a score multiplier, which is, you know, your standard thing. It's just like kill more things more quickly, and then you'll get more points, basically. It does all seem at the moment like it's going oh so smoothly. I think it will go to pot pretty soon. I think the furthest I've got in the arcade mode is like the first or second stage of the second tier rather of levels. And what tends to happen is that you have all the cannon fodder crap just get in the way. And just provide perfect cover for like these mutants. Keep on calling them mutants. They're obviously jellyfish, but only because, you know, in Defender they were mutants. In Resogun, are they mutants? I can't remember. I think they just called them Snatchers, didn't they? I don't know. Maybe that was Snatcher. Probably was. So yeah, that was alright, but I got hit there, so I've lost one of my 4 hearts, and that's not good. But I can spend. There we go. I think I will cash in my hearts there to get my 1 hit back. I probably should have kept it, really, because the most important thing actually is to upgrade the gun that's on circle, because really right now I've got like about 3 or 4 shots with it, and it just doesn't do enough damage. You know, your regular gun doesn't do anywhere near enough damage. I shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. And apart from everything, just like the premise is, you know, a very, hey, here's a European computer game. It's like, yeah, the cats and the defending stuff at the bottom of the ocean. Why not? Ah, crap. Oh no. Disaster. It's good, I think, at forcing you to take risks and, you know, kind of flinging yourself into danger in order to save one of your kisses, even though that's probably a bad decision at the end of the day, because you'll wind up taking damage. I'm not doing well here at all. The mantra should be take out everything and then take out the bosses, because then you only have to worry about the boss and the mutants. But yeah, that didn't do so good at all. It's about half of my high score. So you can see there, but I mean the game is at this moment coming out tomorrow as I'm recording this. So, you know, I'm doing pretty well at the moment, but you know, I don't expect that to last for long at all. There's leaderboards for each separate stage, so that's cool, and also a separate one for co-op. The PS4 version has local co-op, local only, But presumably, I haven't tried it again because the game's not out, and SharePlay can be persnickety with this kind of thing, but I presume it's compatible with SharePlay. I don't see, any reason why not. It's not by Activision or anything. So I'm just gonna see one last time. Do we get this done? Because otherwise, honestly, I'm gonna pick up Geometry Wars tomorrow, and then this game's in trouble for my intentions. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, just the most unfortunate timing, I think, for these guys, Tikipod. I really feel bad for them. Because I think it comes off quite well, that this game is really fun. I like it an awful lot, and I'm looking forward to, playing a little bit of local co-op pretty soon, but yeah, it's just the difficulty spikes are kinda insane. This stage is kinda insane and driving me absolutely loopy at the moment. It's almost occasionally like where, just one thing, one bad level in a game can sometimes turn you against it. And this is driving me mental at the moment. But I do have full health. I do have 5 hearts here. So I kind of fancy my chances. Overconfidence will ruin me, I think. Right. Ah, crap. Took a hit. Okay. Keep to the plan. Keep to the plan. Don't worry about the boss yet. We got everything else first. Derp the derp. Also, like the ships that are going by, there's 2 types in terms of whether they surprise support items or weapon power-ups. Support items being things like the options that you saw following me around at one point, and extra health. And there's kind of a timing-based thing involved with that. So that you can, if you're really, really good, you can look at the color of the power-up and then shoot it at the right time. No, you see, I don't have the ability to shoot downward because I don't have that power-up, and that power-up, at any rate, would only be available to me for a limited period of time. But that means that just the amount of the hitbox that I have on this guy when I'm on the same level as him, or it, I don't think giant mechanical crabs are gendered in any way. But, it's so small. And that drives me bananas. Okay. Ah, crap. Jeez. Okay. Watch it. You're gonna wait for his... There you go, 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 there you go. And he takes so many hits. He takes so many hits. This is... worst boss of the area, possibly. But, could I, will I might, 4 hits. See, now he won't put that bloody little tentacle down. Tentacle. Cool. God damn it. So now I'm gonna have to fly around the other side of him. Okay, I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna try and catch up to him on the other side. Oh my goodness, this is setting myself up for the most... Yes, I've done it, finally. Triumphant end to this quick vid. Hooray! And you see, so I've unlocked my turbo NG for my turbo gun there. I got a healthy amount of points, and yay! We're halfway done with this game now. So yeah, that's Aqua Kitty Milk Mine Defender DX. It's on the PS Vita and the PS4. And it's probably, yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, the PS4 has enough little bonuses like the sound from the controller, the local co-op and that kind of thing, to make you want to play it on the TV, but it's also like a really good commute game as well, and I quite like it. So yeah, if you haven't bought Geometry Wars, or if you have bought Geometry Wars 3 and you just want a bit of a break from it, you know, on November the 25th, then pick up Aqua Kitty DX as well. It's pretty cool. Chris Charlton for KGPub.com. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.